ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। हरि ओम, salutations to all. So here we are seeing in the sixth canto how Daksha Prajapati was told to take the creation forward, and two different sets of sons when he got, he was disappointed that his sons renounced the world. And we saw how Naradji was instrumental in that. So these Haryashvas and their brothers, they all renounced. And so Naradji was given a curse that he will not be able to stay in one place. He will keep moving. And Naradji didn't retaliate. He converted that into an opportunity to spread Bhagavan's name. Now we are on the sixth chapter. Daksha Prajapati was consoled by Brahmaji. In the beginning, in the sixth chapter, it comes here. Shri Shuka Uvacha Tata Prachetaso Asiknyam Anunitaha Swayambhuva Shashtim Sanjanayamasa Duhitruh Pitru Vatsalaha. So Daksha, the son of Prachetas, through his wife Asikni, got 60 daughters. And they all were very loving to the father. And he got them married, and through them, the creation finally carried forward. They did not renounce the world, etc. So to whom did he marry these daughters? So Dashadharmaya Kayendur Dvishat Trinava Dattavan. So he gave 10 of his daughters to Dharmaraj, who is Yamraj. Then 13 to Kashyap Rishi, who is the son of Marichi. Then 27 to Moon. And Moon, so the 27 nakshatras that we say are these 27 daughters. Then two sages, Bhuta, Angira, and Krishashva. And the rest again to Kashyapa. Now this whole chapter is the description of all these daughters and what sons they got and all that. So I'm going to share one chart is for easier reference. It's made by ISKCON. So it becomes easier then when visually it is there. So this is that. So these 10 daughters who are wedded to Yamaraj, Dharmaraj, through Bhanu. So the names of the daughters are Bhanu, Lamba, Kakud, then Yami, then Vishwa, Sadhya, Marutvati, Muhurta, and Sankalpa, and Vasu. And through them, who are the sons born? So Deva Rishabha, and to Deva Rishabha, Indrasena. Then Vidyota is in charge of the clouds. Then through Kakud, Sankata and Kikata and Durga. Then Swarga, through Swarga, Nandi. Then Vishwe Devas. Then the Sadhyas, Artha Siddhi. Then Marutwan and Jayanta. So the Jayanta, Bhagavatam also gives this point here, that is Jayanta is also called Upendra, and this Upendra is different from the Vamana Avatar. Vamana Avatar also is called Upendra because he is born to Kashyap and Aditi, Kashyap Rishi and Aditi, and he is the younger brother of Indra. Indra also is born to Kashyap and Aditi, and so Vaman Bhagwan also is called Upendra, but this is different. That's what they're explaining here. That Jayanta is the Amsha of this Lord Vasudeva only, and he's called as Upendra. Then through Muhurta, so these Muhurtas, 48 minutes is one Muhurta, and so the Mahurtikas are born. Each Muhurta 48 is presided by one deity, and they are in charge of giving us the Karma Phala, so who deliver the fruit of action to the Jivas in that time. Bhagwan only manifests the karma phala, he is the karma phala data, but he will do it through at the right time, and so the presiding deity of that time will ensure that the karma phala reaches that particular jiva. Then sankalpa, through that sankalpa and kama is born. Kama is Kamdev here. And then the 8 vasus. So Drona, Prana, Dhruva, Arka, Agni, Dosha, Vastu, and Vibhavasu. So through Yamraj, all these are born. Generally, we know Yamraj only as in charge of the deity for death. But through Yamraj only, so many different aspects of creation also are taken care of. Then we have the next. So descendants of the 8 Vasus. So these are the 8 Vasus, and these are their wives. So Abhimati, Urjaswati, Dharani, Arka, Dhara, Kritika, Sharvari, Angirasi, and Usha. Through them, the children. So Harsha, Shoka, Bhaya, and others. So these are the emotions. These are the negative emotions that one can go through, or even positive. So Shoka, Bhaya, negative, Harsha is the positive one. So these are presiding deities of the emotions. Then Saha, Ayus, and Urojava. Then the various cities. Then the presiding deities. That's what we should understand. Then Tarsha and others through this Vasana and Arka. Then Dravinaka and others. Then Skanda or Kartikeya to Vishakha and others. Through them, the Vishakha and others are born. So these Kritikas, no 6 Kritikas. Now when they say Agni and Kritika, so we have to know that these Kritikas are in a forest called Saravana. Sara is the grass which has very sharp edges. And in that forest where this type of grass grows, so they were living there, and this seed of Bhagavan Shiva is carried by Agni and then Ganga, and you know it then manifests through in the form of a child, and that child was taken by the 6 Kritikas, and the child developed the 6 heads, and so he is called as Kartikeya or Skanda. And so the date also is Skanda Shashti. It's on the 6th Tithi. So that's how he is the son of Shiva also, and here Agni and Kritika also is written. Then Dosha and Sharvari. So Shishumara is born through them. Then Vastu and Angirasi. So Vishwakarma and then Vishwakarma and Akriti, through them the Chakshusha Manu. So one of the Manvantaras is called Chakshushi Manvantara, like how we have Vaivasvata Manvantara now. So Vaivaswata is a Manu. Same way, Chakshusha is a Manu. So that Manu, Chakshusha is born through Vishwakarma, is the divine architect of the gods. And then through them the Vishvedevas and the Sadhyas. Then Vibhavasu and Usha, so Vyushta, Rochisha and Atapa. Rochisha and then Atapa. And through them Panchayama, who is the span of the day that awakens everyone to material activity. So this Panchayama is the deity who is responsible for us being active, dynamic through the day. So if you feel lazy and lethargic and all that, then you should propitiate this Panchayama and pray that please keep me active, keep me dynamic through the day. Now, then Bhuta. So these daughters, when we understand, so these are these are 10 daughters of Daksha, and through them all these, and then the children are born, and then these 8 Vasus. Through these 8 Vasus, all these daughters are born. Then, so Bhuta, 2 wives and their descendants. uh, who is Bhuta? So if you remember, 2 daughters were married to Angira, Krishashva and Bhuta. So that Bhuta. So this Bhuta's 2 wives are this Sarupa, and through Sarupa these 10 million Rudras are born. And these will then have 11 principal Rudras, which is what we call Ekadasha Rudra. And each Manvantara, the names will be different. So there is Raivata, Aja, Bhava, Bhima, Vama, Ugra, Vrishakapi, Ajay Kapat, Ahir, Bradhna, Bahar, Bahurupa, and Mahan. These are 11 principal Rudras. Like how Saptarishi changes in each Kalpa, like that the Rudras also will change. And through the second wife, he got the Pretas and the Vinayakas. So the Vinayakas will associate with Rudras, and they all are in charge of different aspects of creation. So when we say 33 crore gods and all that, this is one of the ways to understand this. The principal deities are 33. 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas, and Indra, Brihaspati. So they are the 33 main deities. And then there are sub-deities like this. So all of them put together, yes, there are 33 crore devatas also. But it does not mean there are only 30, that word means only crores. That is also categories of devatas. 33 main categories of devatas. Now, again, 2 for Angira, right? So, this 2 wives of Angira, Swadha and Sati. Now, this Sati, don't confuse with the Sati who was, Daksha Prajapati's daughter married to Shivji. This is a different person. So, Swadha and the Pitrus are born through them, the mains. And then Sati. So, Atharvangirasa Veda. She adopts this Atharvangirasa Veda as the son. Then Krishashwa's 2 wives and their descendants. So Archis, Dhumaketu is born, and through Dhishana, Vedashira, Devala, Vayuna, and Manu. Now Kashyap's 4 wives and their descendants. So Patangi, Yamini, Vinata, and Kadru. So Kashyap also has 13 other wives. That will come now. So many kinds of birds, locusts. This Garuda is born to Vinata, and Aruna also, who is the driver of Surya Devata. and through Kadru the serpents. And that's why when we don't know any particular Gotra, which is our Gotra, then we say Kashyap Gotra, because all the beings will be finally, one can trace back to Kashyap. Now, here, before going ahead to the other, the Devatas, etc., who are born through Kashyapa, this moon who had married these 27 daughters of Daksha, so this moon was very partial to Rohini. And so Rohini would get maximum of his attention. So moon, when we say it is Somdev. And so this Somdev was not paying attention to the other wives. So they complained to Daksha. Daksha called Somdev, explained to him that, you should be impartial and all that. But he did not listen. So second time again Rohini went, again Daksha explained. But when he saw that Somdev is not listening, then he cursed that you will lose all your tej. So there are two different versions here of the story. One version says he went and meditated and he pleased Bhagavan Shiva, and Shivji said, I can't remove your curse completely. You have to go through the karma phala, what you have done, but I can help you that you will regain your luster, and in time again you will lose it, and this cycle will go on. So the waxing and waning keeps happening. And additionally, he said that I will also keep you on the jata of mine, and whoever worships me on this particular day, he said this Somvar is very dear to me, and they will be benefited and they will be blessed. Now that is one story. The other one is here, where they say that he pacified Daksha only, and he regained this boon, this ability, where this waxing and waning then will happen. So this 27 daughters of Daksha, through them, Somdevata did not have any offspring. So there is no child of Soma. Then Kashyap Rishi's further 10 wives and their descendants. So Timi, all the aquatics are born, then Sarama, then ferocious animals like tigers and lions, Surabhi, the cows, then Tamra, the eagles, vultures, and the other large birds of prey, Muni, Apsaras are born, then Krodhavasha, so serpents known as Dandashuka, other serpents and the mosquitoes. And through Ila, various creepers and trees. Through Surasa, various Rakshasas. Through Arishta, Gandharvas. And through Kashtha, horses, animals whose hooves are not split. So this is through these other wives, 10 wives of Kashyapa. So these are 14 now. Earlier were 4, and from this year. And then through Kashyap, Rishi and Danu, the Danavas are born. Daityas and Danavas are two separate categories. You will see them. So the 61 sons are the Danavas. And 18 are very important. So Dvimurdha, then Shambara, Arishta, Hayagriva, then Vibhavasu, Ayomukha, then Shankushira, then Swarbhanu, Kapila, Aruna, Puloma, then Vrishaparva, Ekachakra, Anutapana, Dhumrakesha, Virupaksha, Viprachitti, and Durjaya. See, some of these names don't confuse. So this Kapila, don't think. So the names get repeated. Kapil Muni is an avatar of Bhagavan Vishnu himself. This Kapila is different. This is a Danava. Same way, Virupaksha is Bhagavan Shiva himself. If you go to Hampi, there is Virupaksha Mandir also. But here Virupaksha means a Danava. So then further, what happens? So this this Swarabhanu, Vrishaparva, Vaishwanara, and this Viprachiti, their descendants are further given. So Suprabha plus Namuchi, and then Sharmishtha and King Yayati, son of Nahusha, and then four daughters, Vaishwanara. So Upadanavi and Hayashira, Puloma and Kalaka, 101 sons. So Rahu is a son of these two. And then 100 Ketus, all attained positions as planets. And then through them further, Upadanavi and Hiranyaksha, and Hayashira and Kratu, then Puloma and Kalaka, and Kashyapa married at the request of Lord Brahma. And to them the 60,000 sons headed by Nivata Kavachas, Paulomas and Kalakens who were killed by Arjuna. In this Mahabharata, the Nivata Kavachas, they fight against the Pandavas. Now through Kashyap Rishi and Aditi, the Devatas are born. So these 12 Adityas, so Vivaswan, Aryama, Pusha, Tvashta, Savita, Bhaga, Dhata, Vidhata, Varuna, Mitra, Satru and Urukrama. Through Kashyap and Aditi, these are born. And then to Vivaswan through Samnya and Chaya. Now this is their lineage further. So Shraddha Deva Manu and the twins Yamraj and Yamuna Devi, which is Yami. Yama and Yami is what we call, otherwise Yamraj and Yamuna Devi. So they are born to Surya, Vivaswan. And Yami in the form of a mare gave birth to the twin Ashwini Kumars. Surya and Chaya, so Shani Bhagwan, so Shaneshchara and Savarni Manu. And one daughter, Tapati, married to Samvarna. Then to Aryama and Matrika, many learned scholars are born, and this human species endowed with an aptitude for self-examination created by Lord Brahma. Pusha, whose teeth were broken for laughing at Lord Shiva in that Daksha Yagna, this Pusha was laughing when Bhagwan was insulted, so Virabhadra came and smashed his teeth. And this Bhaga, Pusha and Bhaga, so there were two of these devatas whose, so Bhaga is written here, no? This Bhaga. This Bhaga and this Pusha, both of them were laughing at Bhagavan Shiva. So Pusha's teeth were broken and Bhaga, his eyes were gouged out by Virabhadra. So this Pusha did not have any sons, and then Tvashta and Rachana, the daughter of Daityas. So the Sannivesha and Vishwarupa are born. Now the daughter of Daityas is married to this Tvashta, who is a Devata, born to Aditi. And through them this Vishwarupa is born. This whole description now is for that. Now the remaining descendants of Aditi are mentioned in the further chapters that will come, 6.18 and in 6.18 shlokas 1 to 9. And they are given after that Diti. So Danu we saw here, and Aditi we saw. So Diti will come again later on in 6.18 from 10 to 19. Now what happens? These daughters, Rachana and Tvashta, to them this Sannivesha and Vishwarupa are born. Now what happens once is that Indra disrespects Brahaspati, and so Brahaspati walks out of the court, and he is supposed to be the guru of the Devatas. So when he goes away, now they Indra realizes his mistake. That will come in the next chapter. But so they need a guru. So Brahmaji tells them that accept Vishwarupa as your guru. So this chapter number 6 is only this description of all these different Vamshas and whoever is born to whom and how the creation was taken forward. Now we come to this 7th chapter. Now in this 7th chapter, what happens? So there, Parikshit Raja asks, because the previous chapter concluded with this, that uh, so the guru of the Devatas, Brihaspati, walked out because disrespected by Indra. So now from there the question starts here. The Raja Uvacha. So Parikshit Raja asked Shukadevji that Kasya heto parityakta acharyenatmana suraha etadachakshva bhagavan shishyanam akramam gurav. So for what reason were the gods forsaken by their own teacher, Brihaspati? So please tell me, uh, what is the transgression made by the disciple against the teacher, which brought such a situation to pass that the guru has left them. So Shukadevji answers. What he says, Indra became arrogant. See, this is what happens most of the time when power comes and surrender to Bhagavan is not there, and one wants to eat, drink, enjoy, then that power will go to the head. Then one will become arrogant. And once there is arrogance, one will end up committing some mistake or the other. So this Indra, uh, he had become arrogant because he felt, I am the lord of the three worlds. And what happened to him? He was seated in the court and he was surrounded by various other devatas. He is the king of devatas. So this Maruts, the 49 wind gods, 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, the other 12 Adityas, the Ribhus, the Vishvedevas, the Sadhyas, by the Ashwini Kumars, all of them, they are surrounding this Indra. The one court is there, and he is the king of all of them. So he's sitting with that kingly pride. And uh, so it is said here that Upagiyamano, Nishevyamano Maghavan, Stuyamanascha Bharata. Now this Maghavan is also name for Indra. So this Indra was, people are praising him, and all these, Siddhas, Charanas, Gandharvas, sages, as well as the Vidyadharas, Apsaras, Kinnaras, birds, Nagas, all of them, they were singing his praise, and he was having one white umbrella, uh, charming as the orb of the moon, and the other signia of supreme royalty, such as the chauris and fans. So somebody is doing, chauri and fan and all that to him. Now he shone most splendid with his spouse Shachi, the daughter of Puloma, who shared the throne with him. Now, when Brihaspati, who is the guru of the Devatas, entered there, he did not rise. He did not get up to welcome his teacher and uh, offer a seat, go welcome, offer a seat, bow down, wash the feet, all that. That's the tradition. So, we didn't offer the seats uh, to Brihaspati, who is the guru of all the Devatas, not only of Indra, Devatas, all the Devatas, he is the guru. And Indra became proud because they all are singing his glory, and now somewhere that ego has risen. So he didn't get up. And when the Guru came in, Indra did not even move a little from his seat, even on seeing the sage, seeing the Guru. So now Brihaspati understood now this power has gone into his head. So he walked out. So went out of the court at once and quietly returned to his own residence, though he could have corrected. But sometimes the teacher will not correct in this way by saying, you get up, you should have done this, you should have done that. Sometimes the action of the teacher is such that by not saying anything, by not doing anything itself, the student will realize, "Arey, what a blunder I made." Sometimes Gurudev used to do like that. Some people will come late, and when they come late, they should quietly sit down wherever they get a seat. Should not disturb anybody. But they will come walking, talk, 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 even disturb everybody in the audience, sometimes walk through people, and everybody looking at this person, what is this? So Gurudev would just stop his lecture and just look at that person. He won't say anything. Sometimes he'll fire from the stage also. Sometimes he will just sit, stop his lecture and wait for that person. Everybody's attention now is on that person. The person will feel, okay, what am I doing? Quickly go and settle down somewhere. So like that, this king of Devatas, he just left quietly from there. So, fully aware of the aberration brought about by the pride of affluence and power, he knew that this Indra has got intoxicated. This is called mother. Mother means intoxication. Intoxicated by power, that is, I am the king of Devatas. Position, power, sometimes Dhana mother, Yavana mother, Jana mother, Rajya mother, like the different types of mother or intoxications are there. These are all mental intoxications. So physical level, to one drinks. That's why it's called Madira. Madira is, alcohol, which brings a certain intoxication. At physical level, they are deluded. One can't even see what is there. One starts hallucinating, shaking, all that. So mother means intoxication. That is at a physical level. This is mental level. If one gets intoxicated, then one loses touch with the reality. That's the point. And here Indra, when the Guru went like that, he actually realized his mistake immediately. So tarhi eva pratibudhya Indro Guru helanam atmanaha garhayamasa sadasi swayamatmanam atmana. Now the moment he realized that, array, I have disrespected my own teacher, then Indra criticized himself only there in front of everybody. He became his own critic. And so what does he say? Aho bata mama sadhu kritam vai dabhra buddhina yanmaya aishwarya mattena guru sadasi kat kritaha. So he says that my conduct has been absolutely condemnable and unrighteous. Asadhu kritam vai dabhra buddhina. And why? Because I am dull-witted. Yen my Aishwarya Mattena, because of this Aishwarya, I am the king of Devata, that has gone inside, I became intoxicated with that. Guru Sadasikat Kritaha. Then what have I done? I have insulted my own teacher in the court. Ko gridhyeta pandito Lakshmim Trivishtapa Paterapi. Yayaham asuram bhavam nitodya vibudheshwaraha. So what will happen? He says, I may be the king of Devatas, but fortune will not favor me. I have insulted my own teacher. So he says, what prudent person will covet the fortune, even of the Lord of Paradise, by which I, the ruler of gods, has been dragged into egoism? What does this mean to say? One has to be so alert that the mind does not allow this type of intoxications to happen. And Indra is supposed to be the king of Devatas. He is supposed to have done 100 Ashwamedha Yajnas. That's why his name is Shatakratu, which means he has to live in that much of tapasya, self control, all that till the whole Ashwamedha Yajna is not over. He has to follow some niyamas. He has done all that and then attained that much punya to eventually come to the position of Indra. But when this ego can rise and pull us down, we are not aware. So that sattvic minded Indra also is pulled down by this. So here he says this tamasic tendency, demonic tendency. They do not know the highest standard of morality who declare that one occupying the throne of a suzerain lord should not rise to receive anybody. This is all power, I am the greatest and no, everybody should be subjugated and they should be under me. But that doesn't apply to Bhagavan, that doesn't apply to Guru. It doesn't apply to, many elders. In front of them, one has to be respectful. Even having understood Advaita, the Shastra says, Guruna Saha Advaitam na kuryat. Don't practice Advaita with the Guru. Meaning, don't think that, oh, Guru also is Brahman, I am Brahman, we both are one. Don't sit on the same level as the Guru also. Always the disciple will be one level below. So like that, one has to be alert because the mind can pull us down anytime. Luckily for Indra, he immediately realized it. Hey, what a blunder have I done. That also because some punya karma of the past. Otherwise, one wasn't even recognized. Sometimes one lands up doing so many wrong things and later on repents. Oh, why did I do this? Sometimes one doesn't repent also. One justifies it. With Ravan, if you see how many people try to tell him, he is not ordinary person, he is Bhagwan himself and what you have done is wrong, just return Sita ji. But he didn't listen. That is the ego. That is how the power. And if one has only flatterers all around oneself, who go on praising this king, and they have fear that if they tell the truth to the king or they make any critical comment or a suggestion for improvement, then this king will punish them, hurt them, or even kill them. So Ravan is like that. Vibhishanji had the courage to tell him after meeting Hanumanji. Vibhishanji got the courage to tell Ravan face to face in the Sabha that what we are doing is wrong. Everybody else is only glorifying Ravan. And that is the strange part, that the person who is so intoxicated doesn't even recognize that this is only false glorification. There is nothing real about it, or there's no substance in it. They want to listen to their praise and they're very happy when people are praising. But what is the fact? You see the fact clearly. Facts are showing something else. You are living in your own world of hallucination. Even today, there are some people like that only. They want only praise for themselves, for their dynasty. The facts are showing something else, and if anybody praises the other party, they can't accept. Like that, in any company, in any family, in any association, there will be people who want praise, recognition, appreciation, applause, flattery, all that. And that can go on for many days, years, whatever, and person can be living in one's own world. Luckily for Indra, he immediately realized, but karma has been done. So he says that he realizes this, that I didn't get up. And so those who believe in all this, why should we get up? He is also human. I am also human. What is the use? Some people are like that. They may be looking human, But what they have achieved, what sadhana, tapasya, all that, we respect that. And that will apply to any field or not. If an aspiring cricketer is there and if some cricketing legend walks in, will that person get up or not out of respect? Or the person say that she also human, I'm also human, I'm just going to sit here. Are? If you really love the game of cricket, you admire this person, how this person has trained himself, disciplined himself, played for the country, done so much. Out of admiration, you will get up. But somewhere this has gone into our heads because the whole depiction of sadhu, sannyasis, bhaktas is they are useless, dejected, depressed, despondent in their life, couldn't do anything great, so they took up to this path. And they are cheats, they are out there to only fool people, they are unscientific, all that kind of stuff has gone into our heads. So one says, why should I respect my elders? Why should I bow down to my father and mother? Why should I, you know, uh, respect the spiritual master, the gurus, and all that? And even when to bow down, that also formality nowadays. I don't do. That is your loss. You bow down fully. Otherwise, you're bending like this and touching the knee for what? I don't have any knee problem. Nor the gurus have any other knee problem. You don't have to touch their knee. If one is bowing down, bow down properly, touch the feet, bow down, touch the head to the feet. All that is what generally that is the way one will appreciate, one will express the respect and seek the blessings. So, all style today. And half of them will do it without conviction also. One Swamiji was there from Ramakrishna Mission, and Gurudev had gone to give a talk. They had invited Gurudev, so Gurudev went to give the talk there. And as soon as he went on to the dais, he bowed down to that Swamiji, went ahead and gave the talk. I think it was Swami Harshanandaji, if I remember right. So the people who had gone with Gurudev, when the talk got over, Gurudev came down and then they were returning very early. So Gurudev, many early days is what I'm saying. So Gurudev was asked by some of them that Swamiji, why did you bow down to that Swamiji? He is also Swamiji, you are also Swamiji. Gurudev gave a fantastic reply. He said he was a Swami much before I even came onto this path. That is one thing. Second, he said, we respect the institution of sannyas. And yes, sannyas rules are such that a sannyasi will not bow down to any other person except a sannyasi of a higher order. And for loka vyavahar, etc., one will bow down to parents also, that guru, parents, all that, the sannyasi also will bow down. But technically, sannyasi is not required to bow down to anybody except the sannyasi of a higher order, meaning a greater sadhu who has been in the path for a long time and all that. And third thing Gurudev said is, even if you find somebody is an impostor in the garb of a sannyasi, respecting that institution of sannyas, one should still bow down. Because our bowing down is not to that person in that context, it is to that very institution of sannyas. We revere the sanctity and the greatness of that cloth, of that institution of sannyas, and so we bow down. So very nice, some of the things that Gurudev said. Gangeshwaranandji, when he used to come, Gurudev would always sit at his feet. Anand Mahima, Gurudev had so much of respect for her, and she has come to a Pavaya ashram also. And Gurudev uh, would so he called Anand Mahima to the ashram, and she was sitting, and Gurudev requested her to give some ashirvachan, but she didn't speak much. She used to revel in the name of Bhagwan. So she said, "You only speak." And Gurudev expressed all the devotion, etc., and spoke about the greatness of Anand Mahima, and he felt grateful and all that beautiful expressions. So where one sees the utter humility that Gurudev had, and so many Mahatmas, if you see, so many pictures are there. Uh, Rang Avadhut Baba, who has done the whole Narmada Parikrama and all that, Gurudev goes to meet him, bows down to him. So Rang Avadhut Baba is not a sannyasi in that sense. He is an Avadhut, but Gurudev will bow down. Nityananda Baba, Gurudev goes to meet him, he bows down to him. There is one picture where Gurudev is bowing down to Pramukh Swami Maharaj also. All that is there in Chinmay Pradeep. If you come to Mumbai and you visit in this place where we have one day in the life of Swami Chinmayananda, from morning to evening, how Gurudev's one day would be in that earth shelter, all these pictures are there. So, to respect the Gurus, Sadhus, Mahatmas is a part of our Sanatan Dharma. And a Purna Kumbha is used to welcome a sadhu or a sannyasi because that is the goal of life. Purnata is what we are seeking. And so we worship, we revere that very goal. And to remind us that one day I have to, walk this path of renunciation to attain this Purnatvam, there is no other path. Path of renunciation meaning of renunciation of egocentric desires, and external renunciation, if it has to be done, that also as a sannyas ashram one can do. So now all this is a part of our tradition. Now Indra realized that, Array, what have I done? He's utter dull fool I am. At least he accepted that, and in front of Praja, he accepted all the devatas, etc. He accepted that, Array, what a blunder I did. Because he's sitting there with amidst all of them, and he didn't get up. So as a king, he has set a bad example. Now see, if the mistake has happened in public, then the acceptance that this is a mistake also should be confessed in the public. You go privately and confess in front of Bhagwan, I'm sorry. Huh? So in public first he says to all of them, what a dull-witted fool I am. I disrespected my own teacher because of this power that has gone into this head. So they do not know the highest standard of morality, who declare that one occupying the throne of a suzerain lord should not rise from one seat to receive anybody. They that believe the words of the aforesaid misled guides, who undoubtedly fall down into the dark regions of hell, surely sink like those embarking on a ship of rock. Ship of rock. Obviously that it will sink. A ship made of wood will float. This ship of rock, how it will float? Meaning that the head is so dull that to listen to such stupid false notions, who made you the king there? What gave you that power there? Is all the spiritual knowledge only. Now, doing this many 100 Ashwamedha Yajnas, you manage to get punya to reach there. It's all based on the spiritual foundation, which is also to tell us to be humble, to serve everyone, to see oneness. So, those who guide like this, you are a king, there's nobody greater than you, and this has gone into the head, then one will fall. So, here he says this. Guilelessly touching his feet with my head, therefore I shall presently propitiate the kind-hearted Brahmana, the preceptor of all gods, who is endowed with fathomless intelligence. He said, I will go and bow down to him and prostrate to him, touch my head to the feet, and I will ask for forgiveness. Now, when Indra is thinking all this, evam chintayatas tasya Magho no Bhagavan Grihat Brahaspatir Gato Adrishtam Gatim Adhyatma Mahaya. His Brahaspati disappeared. He has power, spiritual power, Adhyatma Maya. So what happened? By the power of his yogic, whatever his yogic power was, he just disappeared. And Indra is still thinking, I will go and do this. He thought that Brahaspati must be walking and going and he will run behind and fall at his feet and bring him back. Brahaspati disappeared only, meaning Indra can't find him now. So Indra doesn't know where he went now because he disappeared. So Guror Nadhigata Sanyam Parikshan Bhagavan Swarat Dhyayan Dhiya Surayyuktaha Sharmanalabhat Atmanaha. He did not know now where to go. Where did my Guru go? Uh, he was looking all around, but he can't find because the teacher had disappeared. He is not walking and going somewhere. So Indra started reflecting because if the Guru is not there, these people will become weak because they have a Guru. The demons have a Guru. The Guru will guide. And Brihaspati was guiding always Indra and all of them in their fight against the demons. Now Brihaspati went. Now so Indra started thinking how to get the better of his powerful enemies, the demon hosts, in the absence of a wise counselor. So he did not feel any peace of mind, though he returned and all the other devatas and everybody is still there. But now his mind is disturbed because he understood that I made a terrible blunder. And some people may say, oh, the Guru is so egoistic that he needs man. And because he did not get man, he disappeared. Arey, it is not for that. It is for Indra to understand that how alert one should be and how ego can get into the head and create many difficulties. So now Indra started reflecting. He is disturbed actually. My teacher went away now, and the Danavas, they came to know, the demons, they came to know, oh, now his teacher has gone away, so then he has become weak. And so they took up their arms. See that as soon as they heard of the weakness of Indra, the demons, haughty demons, all took up arms and made preparation for the war against the gods, following the advice of their Guru Shukracharya. So they have a Guru, these people don't have a Guru. Now what happened? War started. Devatas are getting massacred. All this, the thighs and the arms are torn asunder by the sharp pointed arrows discharged by the demons. Now Indra went to Brahmaji with a small delegation of Devatas. He went to Brahmaji saying, you please protect us. With all humility, he went to Brahmaji saying, our Guru is not there and these demons have attacked. They have a Guru, the Guru is guiding them, and we are without a Guru. Now, when they were in this condition, Brahmaji is moved with compassion. So, what did Brahmaji say? Brahmo vacha aho batasura sreshtha yabhadram vakritam mahat brahmishtham brahmanam dantam aishwaryannabhyanandata. He says that what you did is not good and it is most unwelcome because you, out of power and pride, you did not welcome your own teacher and a Brahmana who has lived in such tapasya, who is your Guru and who has realized oneness, Brahmishtham Brahmanam. Brahmishtham, he has realized Brahman, he is such a Brahmagnani. So, what will happen? It is because of that that you face defeat from the demons. a person uh, who respects the Brahmanas, the Gurus, Gomata, meaning who lives in a sattvic way of surrender, of seva, that person is strong. Now, here he says, out of arrogance, you behaved this way, and so now the defeat. Tasyaya, tasyaya manayas yasit parebhyo va parabhavah prakshinebhya swavairibhya samriddhanam cha yat suraha. So he says that this fruit of your misbehavior, you suffer defeat at the hands of the demons, and you are grown very weak in spite of the devatas, etc., which who are there, who are supposed to be stronger. You have grown weak because of this mistake that you have done. The demons had once done that to their guru also. So Brahmaji is through that saying and depicting one universal principles, that when the demons had disrespected Shukracharya once, then demons also had become weak. So he says that, Indra, look at your enemies who had once grown extremely weak because of disrespect shown by them to their preceptor Shukracharya, but who now have gained in strength by propitiating the sage Shukracharya through their devotion. And devoted as they are to Shukra, uh, they may take possession of even my abode, even Brahmaloka they may take away now. Because Brihaspati is not there to guide the Devatas. Devatas, if they lose, not only Indra Loka will go, now these Devatas are in charge of so many aspects of creation. So Brahmaji says, even my position is under threat now. And he says, how much these Danavas or these Daityas, they respect their teacher because they learned a lesson. So, treasuring the precepts of Bhrigus, the Shukracharya and others, as their only wealth and their secrets being impenetrable, they hold dominion of heaven as of no account. No evil ever can befall the kings who look upon Brahmanas, Lord Vishnu, and the cows as their masters. This is one important point that he says. Brahmanas, Bhagavan, and cow. So what do these three represent? So Vishnu Bhagavan is Bhagavan himself, so Sharanagati towards Ishvara. Then Brahmanas is the surrender towards the gurus, the wise people, and following the injunctions of the scriptures. Brahmanas themselves follow that, and then these Brahmanas guide the society. And cow. So cow is the symbol of Sattva Guna, purity. All the devatas reside in the cow, producing more than what we consume, all that. Cow is a symbol of that. If these values and virtues are there in a king, then that king, so he says here that no evil can befall the kings who look upon Brahmanas, Bhagavan Vishnu and the cows as their masters, protectors. So now what should be done first? You must have a guru. So Brahmaji says that Vishwarupa, who we saw in the previous chapter, no? He is the son of a this Kashyap Rishi and Aditi, their son and one demon's daughter. The Vishwarupa is a progeny of both these. So he says, you accept this Vishwarupa. Therefore, immediately resort to the protection of Vishwarupa, the son of Tvashta, a Brahmana given to austerities and self-controlled. Treated with respect by you, he will accomplish your ends, provided, of course, you tolerate what he does. Why? Because he will have partiality towards demons, because his mother is a demon. So, but then why did Brahmaji tell that? Because they need one guru, and he is a wise person, and we will see as the story goes along. So, thus spoken by Brahma and relieved of their anxiety, the kings approached Vishwarupa, the seer, and embracing him as a younger kinsman, spoke. So, what did the Devata speak, and how did this story move forward? We take up in our next satsang.
मंगल आरती प्रिया प्रीतम की, मंगल प्रीति रीति धूम की, मंगल कांति हसनी दसनन की, मंगल मुरली दीना धुन की, मंगल आरती। मंगल बणिक त्रिभंगी हरि की, मंगल सेवा सब सहचर की, मंगल सिर चंद्रिका मुकुट की, मंगल छवि नयन में अटकी, मंगल आरती। पभी अंग अंग की, मंगल गौर श्याम रंग की, मंगल अति कटि पियरे पट की, मंगल चितमणि नागर नट की, मंगल आरती। मंगल शोभा कमल नयन की, मंगल माधुरी मृदुल पैन की, मंगल वृंदावन मद अटकी, मंगल क्रीडन जमुना तट की, मंगल आरती। मंगल चरण अरुण तरुवन की, मंगल करणी भगति हरिजन की, मंगल जुगल प्रिया बावन की, मंगल श्री राधा जीवन की, मंगल आरती प्रिया प्रीतम की, मंगल प्रीति रीति डोल की, मंगल आरती। मंगल आरती। राधावर कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम्, नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयम् अग्निः, तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं, तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की।
ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।